Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk to you a little bit about motivation and overcoming fear. I'm not sure that I'm an expert on the fear part. I have tended to just jump in with both feet my entire life, but I see a lot of people that I think would be very successful making a living online who just can't get started because they can't overcome fear. They seem to have all the motivation in the world and all the reasons in the world for wanting a better life for themselves, but the fear is holding them back. And in this video, I just want to talk a little bit about it, maybe share some observations with you. If this sounds like something of interest, stick around. Hey guys. Todd James here, and like I said in the intro, I just want to try and share what wisdom I may have after working with clients for 20 years, trying to help them succeed in business, both brick and mortar and online. And what brought this about? One, I continue seeing people that I think would be very successful if they were in business for themselves, and in particular if they were doing business online, but they just will not start. There's always some excuse, always some reason why they just can't do it. And to a large degree, I've become immune to that. I've been giving seminars now for about 20 years, and I have taught thousands of people, and I know at the beginning of a seminar that 80% of the people who buy my course and who sit through a 3-day seminar are not going to follow through. They'll never take any action whatsoever. And I've just become immune to people that seem to want to pile up seminar after seminar, and they want to analyze everything absolutely to an inch of its life, and then they just never act. So I guess that's my version of being a little jaded, if you will, by people. But most recently, an individual who I have known for a number of years asked me, if I thought he could work online and be successful at it. And I said, of course you can. I mean, I was thrilled that he even asked. He told me that, while he has a good job and things are going pretty well for him, he's got one daughter in college, another one headed to college next year. And he's just looking at the fact that basically he's going to die in his office one day. He'll never be able to retire, in any kind of level of comfort. Looking at his projected earnings versus his projected expenditures over the next 5 to 10 years, he has no real hope of retiring, at least not comfortably. So, we talked a little bit about what kind of possibilities there were out there, both in terms of things he might want to look into and things I would be willing to help him look into. And we also talked about, what his expectations were for earning. I want to set realistic expectations. And, we had these discussions over a period of several days, and it seemed like he was ready to go. So when it got down to the nitty gritty and we were really looking at, kind of getting him started, he started backing away, pulling away. And ultimately he just said he just didn't have the time for this. And since I've known him for years, I could be a little more aggressive with him than I can be with other people. But so I asked him, I said, if not now, when? In 5 years, you're going to be 5 years older. You're going to be 5 years deeper in debt. Things aren't going to change unless you take action. I'm not going to get all hyperbolic and talk about, you've got to take massive action. You've got to just go insane. You got to be crazy. No, that's not my style. But by the same token, I want to make it very clear that, his tomorrow is going to look just like today, and his next year is going to look just like this year if he does not take some type of action. And, when people come to you and bring it up that they are having difficulty, or they anticipate having difficulty, my experience is that they are already having difficulty. Usually it's that pain that causes them to start exploring. Very few people have the foresight to look ahead 5 or 10 years down the road and say, hey, I need to do something now. Unfortunately, they really don't. Most people wait until their back is against the wall and they have bills that are due that they can't pay before they ask for help. So I'm glad that this person asked me for help. I hope he didn't wait too long. But I reassured him repeatedly that there were things out here that he could do that would help him meet his financial goals and his lifestyle goals. And ultimately, it just came down to fear. There's really no other way to put it. His main excuse was, he said he didn't have the time to invest. And I said, you really don't have 45 hours a week that you can spare? He says, no. He goes, I'm just busy all the time. I just cannot spare it. I said, well, are you busy in things that are making your life better? Well, no, he's not. Anyone can find 4 or 5 hours a week. And that was the commitment that I asked of him. And he said it was just too much. He said he just could not come up with that much time. I explained to him it didn't have to be 4 or 5 hours in one day. It could be an hour every other night and maybe a couple of hours on a Saturday or Sunday. And he said he just couldn't do it. And I let it drop. I see him pretty much every day, but I haven't brought it up again for the last couple of weeks. Wanted to let him get through the holidays. But it stuck with me, and it's just one of these things I wanted to share with you. We're all making New Year's resolutions here. This is filming this December 31st. This is the time that we make our New Year's resolutions, and we tell ourselves that we're going to make the coming year better than the year that we're leaving. And I hope we all do that. But understand, success takes action. Change takes action. You have to do something. Success is not going to knock on your door. They're out here, scratching and clawing, trying to find an avenue so that they can meet their own personal goals. For you to expect that success is just going to show up at your door one day and ring the doorbell. You've got to find something that resonates with you. You've got to put some effort into it. It doesn't take 40 hours a week to start something on the side and have a little side hustle going. As we've talked about on this channel numerous times, I'm a huge believer in Shopify and Amazon, eBay, and other forms of online commerce. I think you get more bang for your buck there than you do anywhere else that I'm aware of. And that's why I have this channel. That's why I teach people how to be successful. I want to share the success that I've had. I think people overthink it way too much and make it seem much more difficult than it really is. And at the end of the day, you're not doing anything different when you're selling a product online that you would be doing if you were selling a product in a brick and mortar store. The only difference is the location. You're choosing products largely the same way. You're marketing those products, you're selling those products, and hopefully you're getting a profit from those products or from those services. This is really not some type of groundbreaking science. It's nothing that should scare people off. It's nothing that people should be intimidated about, but they are. I see it every day. I get emails, I get messages, I get responses on videos. It just, for whatever reason, people just freeze up. And I hope for all of you watching this that 2019 is a year without fear. If you can find a way to overcome your fears and stop procrastinating, there is success waiting for you in the next 12 months. I can virtually guarantee you that. If you do not find a way to overcome your fear and stop procrastinating, I think you're going to find that going into 2020, you're going to be saying, hey, I wish I had done this last year. Guys, it's a great time. It's a great year. I just ask that, take a look at my course, watch some of my videos. I give you a lot of free information in these videos. I'm a no hype kind of guy. My interest in your success is sincere. So please take a look at the videos, look at my course, look at the curriculum, hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a tremendous 2019. I am going to. I'm setting goals for myself right now that I will share in a future video. But I had a great 2018, and even then I look back and think, hey, I could have done so much more. Well, 2019 is going to be a breakaway year for me. I want it to be a breakaway year for you as well. So hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.